Hello, my name is Jennifer Phelps, and I'll be talking about the do's and do-nots about business etiquette. I understand the importance of business etiquette and the roles it takes from the experience I have in my workplace. Some major points I'll be sharing are how to dress, how to act towards each other, and how to maintain coworkers and angry customers, and etc. The first topics I'll be discussing are dress code, interacting with a higher ranked employee, and cubicles. When a new employee is starting at a company, they should be aware of how things work there, such as dress down days, communicating with other employees, and keeping your workplace clean. When a business has a dress down days, the new employees should look around and see how others are dressed. During the interview, ask all types of questions about dress code and what is appropriate and what is not. Over here, I'd like to share with you a few examples I have. I have an example here of what a woman should not wear to a job interview and on a dress down day. A tank top right here would not be acceptable because it shows bare shoulders and too much exposure of the chest area. Over here, I have a pair of shorts would not be appropriate because they show too much skin also and could be distracting to others. Tennis shoes wouldn't be an acceptable footwear because they are gym attire and not professional. Flats and or a small heel would be preferred. If one could not walk in heels, I would suggest flats. Now let's move on to what you should do when greeting another or interacting with someone higher up. The person who is higher rank should be introduced first with their first name added to it. If your job consists of cubicles, always keep it clean and tidy. Try to add some family photos to make it more comfortable. When there are other employees lingering and trying to hang out, use body language to get back to work so that conversation ends. The second group of topics are how to deal with business gifts, angry customers, and using the telephone professionally. When handing out any type of gift, make sure the person who is receiving the gift is willing to accept it. Also, find out if the company will allow individual gifts. If not, try to do something for the whole team. When dealing with an angry customer, you have to let them speak. It is hard to detach yourself and have them tell you you are wrong. A customer will complain and share their story of what went wrong. When they are done talking, let a pause happen in between so their thought is complete and that you are listening. Currently, I work at TJ Maxx. While I'm at work, I have to deal with many angry customers. When a customer comes up asking for a refund with no receipt, I kindly tell them our company policy that will have to go on a store credit. If the customer gets mad and starts to complain, I let them share their story with them that the store credit does not expire, have fees, and can be used at our sister stores such as Marshalls and HomeGoods. The customer usually understands and accepts the gift cards and goes on with their day. While talking on the phone, you have to be professional. When you pick up the phone, try to smile and sound cheerful. Never be eating or doing another task while on the phone. The listener can hear you. Lastly, some of the other business etiquette are about business dining, gender differences, and cell phone etiquette. I have a video provided for you to show you what you should and should not do in the dining environment.
Grace, welcome to Teaching Moments. Today's teaching moment will help you prepare for a successful business lunch. Planning a business lunch with a client, coworker, or boss? Well, here are a few things to consider before you do. You must know the restaurant. If you're inviting a client for lunch, then this should definitely not be your first visit to the restaurant. Be familiar with the seating. Ask if it's possible to reserve a certain table, away from the restroom, kitchens, or front door. Introduce yourself to the maitre d'. Know him or her by name. Know what the noise level is like at lunchtime. You don't want to have to shout or raise your voice when speaking about a sensitive deal. Also, you don't want to take a vegetarian to a steakhouse. If anything, you'll be the one making the sacrifice of the meal choices, not your client or boss. Eat first, talk business after. Have a little small talk, get to know each other. Then dive into business before the meal or after dessert. If your client wants to dive right in, by all means do so. A few things to remember about the table. Pass the salt and pepper together. They are married. Do not touch your nose, teeth, mouth, hair, or head at the table. Leave your handbag, keys, cell phone, notes, folders off the table. If you're expecting a call relevant to your meeting, notify the table prior to starting lunch. After using sugar, place the packets underneath the saucer. And don't tuck your napkin in your shirt. It must always be placed on your lap. Don't push your plate away or start stacking for the waitstaff. If it's a large party, wait until 5 or 6 people have been served. Then you may begin. If passing food, offer to your neighbor first. And remember, enjoy yourself. Thank you. And always put grace first.
The video you just watched was from the Teaching Moments channel on YouTube. Here is some additional information. There are business lunches and or dinners. The host can either be a female or male. If you are the host, regardless to gender, you should be prepared to pay for the group. If you are invited to a business dinner or lunch, do not feel tempted to pay for the meal if you are male. While at dinner, do not be afraid to eat while others are talking. Be respectful while eating. Do not order something messy or expensive. No matter what gender is, always be courteous to whomever. If someone is coming through the door, always hold the door open regardless to gender. Always introduce people first towards rank, not gender. Men and women are equal now in business. While being on the cell phone, be informed to others around you. If you are at the workplace, let voicemail take the call for you unless it is urgent. Never be on the phone while at dinner or somewhere where the phone should be silent and or off. Today I have covered many different topics of business etiquette, from learning how to dress professionally in the workplace to how to deal with customers and how to dine correctly while out with employees is all important in today's workplaces. Business etiquette will always be around, and it is important to be informed what is right and what should not be done. Right now, I'd like to take a couple moments to answer any questions anyone would have.